Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for staying in between the workshops and joining us here. So just to make sure everyone's here for the right class, this is the underwater basket weaving class. Is everybody good at that? Yeah? So everybody brought their bathing suits and we're going to go out to the pool, go up to the third floor. Is that good with everybody? All right, short of that, I hope you're in the right class. This is how to build high performance teams, with millennials, okay? And last time, not too long ago, when I told somebody I was going to do this, they said impossible, and they laughed at me. So I said, well, I'm going to try the impossible. So no, I do not think it's impossible, which is why we're here. Please, hope you enjoy it. Ask questions. I'll write some down here as we go, and I'll try to make the best use of this 45 minutes that we have and cover some things that you can take back and really apply. This is not going to be just theoretical. It's not conceptual. I'll hopefully give you some really good practical things to do and not do, some things to, some landmines to watch out for, and some strategies of what to think about. And I am going to hopefully challenge you a little bit on how to view things a little different. Is that okay? All right, so that we can make better decisions in building teams. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. It's how to build teams, how to put the teams together well, and how to help them grow. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to break this up into two parts. Part one is going to be how to build teams per se, period. Okay, with or without millennials is how to build teams, conceptual, practical stuff that you should do whether you have millennials or you don't have millennials. It's important to understand this first part first because you can knock out a whole lot of things and make a lot of progress if you just know how to build teams, period. A lot of what millennials want it's not very different than from what non-millennials want, okay? It's just that the millennials are more demanding about it. And they're expecting a little bit more out of us in providing it to them. And that is the number one thing that is difficult for all of us who are not millennials. We were taught and we were raised with stick in there for a long time and it'll come to you, right? Right? So we've learned how to stick it in there for a long time and it'll come to us. They were not raised that way. They were raised with a little more higher expectation of faster results, and they are facing a different economy, okay? In 2008, immediately our generational gaps clustered into a massive compression of different generational ages, whereas a lot of people that were retiring stayed in the workforce. Y'all know that, right? A lot of people that were supposed to have already retired decided to stay in. What happened to those jobs? Did they all of a sudden create more jobs because it's now a time to let the millennials in? No, everything got compressed. So the competition within the workforce got very tight and neither you nor I saw that, but they're the ones feeling it. They're the ones feeling the way. You got me educated, you got me expected that I was going to be able to get in, and all I'm finding is 12-hour dollar jobs. Okay, so now we're overeducated and we're having to go back to live with our parents. And we're sitting there going, why can't you guys figure that out? Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of slides and a couple of videos that point that out, but that is the challenge that we have because they come in expecting higher things because they want to move a little faster because it's not as easy for them as it was perhaps a little easier for us. Now I know that I'm sitting there going, yeah, was it easy for y'all? It wasn't easy, but it's that much harder now out there in the workforce, all right? So please get the book. If you haven't got the book, you need the book, Building High Performance Teams. A lot of what I'm going to cover here, as a matter of fact, most of what I'm going to cover here is in this book, all right? It's a hard-hitting book. I have a couple of stories in there, but it's very hard-hitting to the point. Why? Who's got time to read a 500-page book? So we've averaged our books to be 43-minute reads. Yes, we've had people read them, and the average feedback is 43 minutes. So there's no reason why you can't read it, okay? And so we hopefully that you like it. It comes with an assessment in the back, but also it comes with an assessment. Can you give me a copy of the book and of the assessment, please? Sorry about that, I forgot to bring them up here, okay? So it comes with there's an assessment in the back of the book, which is very useful for you to evaluate your company or give it to your different department managers and let them assess their teams, assess themselves. So you have this handout card that you can use. Go ahead and pick up a bunch of them from our table. And the assessment is in the back of the book as well. Also, there's a link on the website, on the book, to the assessment on our website. Okay, so you can actually go on there and have your team, your managers and your officers and your team go ahead and do an evaluation on their teams or the whole company. Really good tool. And what we like about it is that the things that we cover in the assessment are covered in here. Okay, so as you read this and go, man, I really would like my people to look at this. Well, the first thing you ought to do is let them assess the team itself and then come back and apply it. So hopefully you'll find that as good tools. Okay, all right. So then let's talk about really what a good team looks like. All right, let's start with this video. All right, for the sake of time, believe me, they get that thing in the ground. Is that okay? All right, can y'all believe me? This is good. All right, so what can we say about that team? What would you say it's obvious from that team? Give me some feedback. They're consistent. They're consistent. They're coordinated. Very good. What else? They have a plan, right? What else? Teamwork. Definitely. Okay. I'm sorry? Same goal. Very good. What else? I'm sorry? They're focused. Very good. Yes. They actually get the job done. There's a lot of competency, a lot of results. Yes. They're efficient. Right. They've learned how to use each other's skills to, because it does take, you're going to have to swing. So if you're having to swing anyway, somebody better be swinging while your mallet's going. So somebody thought of, hey, this might work, right? All right, what else? They were trained properly. Very good. Very good. Okay, what else? All of those are really good. I'm looking for one that y'all haven't said. I'm going, I cannot believe somebody has not said it yet.
Well, someone had to take lead on it.
Yes, very good. There has to be somebody. As a matter of fact, if you go back and look this up on YouTube, you'll find the conversations that happen right after and right before. It's really cool. And there's another short video similar where a fifth person jumps in. Actually, no, wait, where a fifth person jumps in while they're hammering and they don't lose a beat. Okay, so how do they do that? They trust each other, yes. But without this one thing I'm looking for, trust is not possible. Come on. Well, you guys covered every single one of them except the one we need. There you go. Everybody give them a great round of applause. What did you say? Practice. They practice. And you win. Well, you already got the copy of the book. So. All right. You'll get another one. You can use it as a coaster. All right. There you go. All right. So, yes, practice. How many times do you think they practice this? Okay, I'm sorry. What was that answer? What does that mean? I'm sorry? They practice what? Continuously. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have a great day. I think you guys know how to build a high-performance team. I don't know why you're here. Good luck with all that. So, what am I saying about, what does this have anything to do with what we're talking about? What does this have anything to do with what we're talking about? Actually, it doesn't. I just don't have enough material for a 45-minute talk. So I figured if I show a couple videos, talk about it, you guys won't notice that I'm just kind of wasting time. Some of you are going, I think he's serious. No, that is the key to building a high-performance team, okay, is to build a what? A routine of some type of ongoing training, ongoing mentoring. You guys heard about it today in the 3 winners. We'll talk about that, how to do that. Let's look at another one, all right? I'm going to speed this one up a little bit. And when the car arrives, I want you guys to count how long the car lasts in the pit stop, okay? Here we go. All right, count out loud. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good, huh? All right, give me some thoughts about this. What do you see here in this video? Organization. Very good. Organization. What else?
They had a plan.
They had a plan. Likewise. What else?
Everybody knew their job.
Everybody knew their jobs. Very good. All right. And everybody had their tools. There you go. Everybody had their tools. How many times do you think they've practiced this? How many times do you think they'll practice it again? Thousands of times, right? Well, in our work environments, however, we don't have that mentality. We normally go into a meeting, it's a horrible meeting, and we all say what? We're not going to meet again. And then you refuse to show up at meetings, or you avert meetings, but yet, how many of us practice to have good meetings? Very few of us. But here's a formula we follow at our company, but also with our clients on how to help them build high-performance teams. All right, it's this. Okay, hopefully you guys will find it really easy. It's what we call the high-performance wheel. Okay, and it's broken up into two parts. With the responsibility of the managers and the responsibility of the team members. And most of us who are managers or leaders, we start complaining because our team members are not engaged or they're not doing their job, right? When low performers or frustrating situations are happening over and over again, we start asking ourselves, man, what is wrong with him? Okay, why can't she? And we're usually talking about one or two things. It's either their attitude, right, or their competency. And usually it's their attitude that starts really taking the forefront, and then we question the competency. Yeah, but can she do her job? I don't know. She's not as good as I thought, you know? But really what's irking people is the attitude. It's the willingness. It's the lack of adjustments to make changes. Y'all with me? Okay? And so when we see that, we tend to really quickly say, you know what, we got to get rid of this person. We got to find somebody. But however, most managers don't take a little stock in themselves and ask themselves these questions. Have we provided the tools? Have we provided the training? And have we provided the proper expectations? Our experience is that any human being, even low performance people who don't qualify 100% for what they're needed in their interview, when they come in, what do we make sure we do? We provide them the tools to succeed, we provide them the training to succeed, and then we provide them the accurate expectations of what it is to succeed, and it's incredible how much human beings jump. Okay? But the responsibility of great team building is the responsibility of the managers to provide these things. Now, you guys came here and go, great, we're hearing the same old tools, training. Of course, I've read the books, man. What's different than yours? Well, maybe not a whole lot of different, but hopefully you'll find some differences. I'm gonna break this down a little bit more, okay? So, let's pretend that we're a bakery. That's why we have bread out here, all right? You guys are probably wondering, where's the jelly and where's the butter, right? Well, you can take the bread home, do that yourself, but here I just wanted to have a visual. Let's just pretend that we're a bakery and you got a job at a bakery. Is that all right? Okay, and that this bakery is known for its bread. It's got the best bread in town, okay? It is fantastically reviewed. It is very famous. It has the best bread in town. Everybody with me? All right. So if I come in and I'm going to be part of this team, okay, I'm going to be shown how to do what? How to make bread. Well, gosh, I know how to make bread. My mom showed me how to make bread. My dad and I would make bread together, right? Is that what they want? I'm going to think outside the box. I'm going to bring my own bread and show them how I can do bread, right? Yeah, well, why not? You said that you wanted creative talent. You hired creative talent. You told me, I've heard it over years, listen to my heart. Think outside the box. I'm here to think outside the box. I'm here to break my own bread. You see where managers start failing? Yeah? What do we not tell people? We're wanting you to bake this bread. Okay? We're wanting you to bake this bread, right? And somehow, I bet this bakery, who has gotten really good, has one ingredient, no pun intended, I gotta write that down, that was a good one, I just came up with that one. Okay, one key ingredient to make this work. Here's where the tools part comes in, right? Y'all ready for this? I bet you anything, this bakery has this. What is that? The recipe. Why do you think this bakery that's a leader in the bakery market, at least in that neighborhood, probably has that somewhere, stuck somewhere, and they, right? Yeah? What are the chances? High or low? Very high. Why is that important?
Consistency.
It's consistency, but it also speaks to what?
That's their brand.
That is the bread. If we provide excellent bread, well, where's the bread? Is the bread here or is the bread down here?
It's coming off that recipe.
Huh? It's coming off the recipe. Okay. Most companies that we work with never have the processes that make them excellent written down. And they tell people, get in line and go learn how to bake bread. And then that invites everybody to create their own and do it their way. Oh, okay, I see. The oven goes at 345. No, it doesn't. It's 365. Well, the branch manager at the other office told me 345. I'm doing it here. Heck, when I went to the bakery downtown, the branch manager over there, shoot, they actually leave it for 375 because they know how to speed the bread. Okay? You see the problem? Okay, and then you get mad at me because you walk around and you go, well, who told you that that's at 345? I'm like, well, that's the branch manager over there said. Okay, well, you can't follow instructions. Well, when I'm here, I'm at 350. Obviously, this branch manager does it that way, and that one does it at 375, and that one does it over there, and you're getting mad at me. Well, you know, you're so hard-headed, you can't follow instructions. You guys see the problem? Okay, we do that to employees all the time. You cannot get branch managers, you can't get supervisors, you can't get leaders to agree on what it means to do the thing that you do well because it's never been written down. Do you see it? All right, you're in sales. Do you have a top salesperson? Yeah? Have you written down how they wake up in the morning and what they do every week and write their structure down to show this is what a top performer on our team does? They all do differently. And I bet you if you wrote down what they said and you showed it to the others, they would say things like, well, I didn't come here to be like her. And I heard it, you guys. I heard it. I hear it all the time. Attorneys, engineers, broadcasters, publishers. The lack of coachability between the teams is amazing. Why? Because there's nothing to coach from. You see what I'm saying? The tools aren't there. The number one tool is not there. And so when you train people, are you really training on the tool or are you training on the opinion of the person next to them, whoever's got the loudest voice and says, don't do that around here? I mean, y'all shaking your head. You either remembered a good joke or y'all agreeing with me. What are your thoughts? Am I anywhere near the ball camp? So see, notice we don't provide the tools. Now, tools is very general. Sure, it's got everything to do with make sure their chair doesn't squeak, make sure they have the computers, make sure the laptop works, make sure their mouse works, make sure they have the resources, make sure their version of Excel, the subscription to it has been updated so they have to fight every 6 weeks on why my subscription's not there, okay? Make sure the computers are up and running. Okay, you see what I'm saying? All those are fantastic tools, but usually what we find across the board is the instructions and the standards of what it means for us to be excellent here. The process is not written down. Y'all see that? And then if it's not written down, then we can't train to it. And if you can't train to it, you can't build proper expectations because it's not clear. And I will tell you, I will challenge you, I'll encourage you, just work on that for the next 6 months and you'll notice the difference. Ask yourselves, what makes my team excellent? Are we writing it down? No. Get to it. Write it down. Make it a 1-pager, make it a 2-pager. If you want to sit with us in our workshops where we'll show you how to write those things down, come on over for 2 hours and we'll show you how to do it. But there's no excuse why you can't do that. That is your difference maker, okay? Then you can train on it and then you can build proper expectations. So if you provide the tools, and when you're with Maurice and Teamwork World, what tool are we referring to? When we say tools, what's the number one tool that we're referring to? The processes. The processes of what it means to be excellent. That's the number one tool you have to provide your team members. Train on those processes. And based on those processes and the training, then you can build proper expectations. Now that I've trained you and you know how to make bread, listen, to be successful here, we got to get about 45 of those loaves out a day. 22 of them have to come out by 10 o'clock. The rest come out in the afternoon. And the interruption factor between 11 and 2 o'clock is high. You're not going to be able to put a whole lot of them in there, but between 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and 10 o'clock, 22 need to come out. And between 1 and 5, the other have to come out. You see, you give expectations and you can train folks on it. Why? So you can expect people to perform highly. Why? Because you've trained them to perform. Does that make sense? So you have to have people that are willing to be coached. This is what I usually say. I appreciate that. The question is what about the innovation, okay? Is everything but the recipe. Okay, my answer is two ways. Everything but the recipe, okay? So don't change the recipe. If you come up with a faster way of doing it, come back and talk to us about how we should improve the recipe, but don't change it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, but what if I don't try it? Yeah, sure, you got to take the risk factor, okay? But it's one thing to say, I'm going to try this and get myself in trouble, and then say to somebody else, hey, look, do bread this way because I just came up with something. That right there, that creates chaos. See, does that make sense? So it's okay to innovate, but communicate it back to the powers that be and say, hey, y'all, I think I found something different. But communicate it back and challenge the recipe. You see what I'm saying? And have those tough conversations that, guys, no, look, if we don't clean the inside of the oven, it comes out tasting better. You know what I'm saying? Well, make your point. Make your argument. Get innovative, okay? Having said that, I usually always say, master the box, then jump out of the box, okay? If I hire you, you come in on the team, and within 3 days, you're trying to change everything because you're trying to figure out, you know what, I'm sorry, I need you to learn how to do the bread for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and get good at how we do it badly, right? And if through that process you can come up with new ideas, well, then tell us and we'll listen to you, but get good at how we do it. You can't just come in the first week, first day and say, look, I want to change. There's not enough there for you to know that you really are doing it right. Okay? Does that help a little bit? Okay? All right, so our experience is if you provide that, you're going to make it easier to figure out if people are going to be willing and competent. Okay? It doesn't fix this problem, but it certainly help everybody become more willing and more competent. And you have to make a decision. Okay? What team members are not willing to give us their willingness and their excitement, and what team members are not willing to learn the technical skills, you got to differentiate the two. Okay? And address them separately and call upon them to say, look, we do want your buy-in, we do want your good attitude, and we need you to get 52 loaves of bread out every day. You know what I'm saying? Speak to the attitude, but also speak to the technical issues. But if you're not providing these here, I'm sorry, you're just creating it easier for them to sneak in and give low results in these areas. Okay? All right, so it has a lot to do with how you hire, and I'm going to go real quickly through this, but it is in the book. It has a lot to do with how you hire. I don't believe that the hiring process that we use today are very effective, and here's why. What we normally say is you got 90 days to perform, right? Right? So then we tell folks, we're going to train you a little bit here in the blue area. We're going to train you, and in 60 days, we expect you to be here, and then within 90 days, we're expecting you to perform really high, right? Okay, those are wrong expectations. Remember we talked about expectations. This doesn't work. Why? 30% of new hires across all industries never make it to 90 days. Okay? And the remaining, you heard it today, the national average of engagement, it is a whoppingly low 40%. That was recent. Okay? 70% disengagement, 60% disengagement across all factors. Why? Because we've onboarded folks and we haven't onboarded them well, and we allow a lot of people to stay involved in the teams at low disengagement. Okay? What I'm asking you to consider is a different approach. Okay? Same timeline, but your expectations need to be higher. People come in at a deficit. When people come in, they come in not up here, not down here, and they usually cannot and are not able to become high performance team members within the first 90 days. Okay? So the whole idea of I'm going to train you, I'm going to show you, I'm going to spend 2 days, good, now go, you can do it. Those days have to end. Okay? You bringing somebody on board and showing them for 2 days how to sell and say, this is how we sell. We got you. Hey, we sent you to 3 days of training. Hey, we sent you to a whole week of training. Hey, we sent you for 2 weeks to Atlanta. You should get it by now. And after that, you're on your own, and that's it. That does not work. Okay? Great book out there called The First 90 Days. This is what I built this upon. This is where I got the diagram. They basically teach, and we train our clients on how to do it the right way, which is this way. Okay? What are these little things? Mentoring sessions. Okay? 20-minute, 30-minute, a week mentoring sessions. Through the whole process, and the statistics show that if you do this, within 90 days, they'll get to here, and within 3 more months, they'll become a high-performance team members, and all you have to do is provide monthly sessions. But during the front end of their arrival, it has to be weekly. Then as they perform, you can move to bi-weekly, and then as they perform really well, move it to monthly, but never do it any less than once a month. Yes, sir?
Who pays for that?
The company does. Sure. I mean, I have 3 children, and it took all of them, at least 2 years before they learned how to sit at the dinner table. I paid for all that.
Supporting investment.
Huh?
Supporting investment.
Absolutely. They don't know your culture. You got to teach them your culture. They don't know your steps. They don't know where the landmines are. They're trying to figure that out. That's what all this is. They waste an enormous amount of time dodging bullets and learning, and how do I get this form, and who do I go to an accountant, and they don't like me at accounting, and all that, and we don't help them. And we don't help each other, and we got to fight our way through that, and then we think, well, why can't you perform? Because accounting won't talk to me. I can't get anybody in accounting to talk to me. Somehow Julie over here, yeah, but she's been here for 6 years. They like Julie, they don't like me. Oh, you're talking to the wrong person. You're talking to Mark. Mark's useless. I didn't know that. And no one helps each other out. No wonder we can't perform highly. Okay, sorry, Mark. I apologize. Did I say Mark? I love you, Mark. You, Mark? Are you in accounting too? That was pretty good, man. All right, let's move on. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see the different approaches? Okay, it's in the book. And in the book, I give you a lot of links to our website that gives you a lot more resources. We have a whole workshop just on this, and we have a 45-minute webinar just on this on our site. Okay? All right. So the secret formula, what have you learned so far? Secret formula is what? The tools. And what's the tool you got to provide? It's got to be what? Written. And it's got to be what? Updated. Number 2, training and mentoring. How? Regular. And how else? Personal. See what I'm saying? All right. Everybody good? Part 1's over. Did you get anything out of it? Because I'm exhausted. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm sweating bullets up here. How much time do we have?
30.
I can't see that. 15 minutes? All right, y'all read the book. Call me, see if you have any questions. All right, here we go. Let's talk about millennials. I love this part, okay? All right, by the way, this is what every person wants in training from their managers. Go get the book, First Break All the Rules. It was just recently updated. Now the new book is called It's the Manager. They pull out the same list. This list came out in 1994 before any single millennial was born, okay? They reviewed that book. They republished it. It's called It's the Manager. And guess what list was republished word for word? This one. This list here is the standard in the market. It shows up everywhere. Forbes, Inc. magazine, business magazines. They all use this list. It was published by Marcus Cunningham. I mean, great hero of mine, and published by the company, the polling company, the Gallup company. All right. So what I'm saying is, you want to know what millennials want? This. You want to know what non-millennials want? This. Oh man, who can remember all that? You're right. I gave it to you like this. You see what I'm saying? Those things right here is in the tools. That's what number 6 is all about. Training, that's what number 11 is about. Expectations, that's what number 1 is all about. Competency and willingness, that's what the other ones are about. Make sense? Okay. In the book, there's a link to this. Go get it. Give me any feedback. Give me your thoughts on that. But that's a great book to read, all right? If you don't have time to read First Break All the Rules, read the first 28 pages. When you get to page 28, he outlines this. The rest of the book is breaking out each one of these in step by step. Great resource, okay? I've already given you 2 book reads in the first 90 days and First Break All the Rules. I wonder why. First this, first that. Anyway, all right, so let's talk about millennials. Now we're down to 13 minutes. Y'all ready for this? Okay, millennials. I went to a lunch discussion, and somebody told me, hey, I hear you're going to be at the top 100. I said, yes. What are you going to talk about? I said, well, I'm not sure. I'm thinking, you know what? Millennials make great leaders. And he said, no, they don't. I said, the ones that work for me are. He said, Maurice, I have never. That's bold. Millennials make no. And he's a consultant, bigger consultant than I am, more popular known across town than I am. Okay? He says, You're the only person I've ever heard say anything remotely to that. I said, yeah, they're giving up an incredible amount of resources. I believe in millennials. Millennials are the way to go. Millennials have everything you need to make a company grow. And they're like, you are crazy. I said, okay, I'll do my talk on that. And that's why I did it. Okay. I really believe that. Okay. Let's talk about millennials. What are some of the things they bring to the table? Come on, somebody's got to think something good about millennials. What is it?
Multitasking.
Multitasking. Very good. What else?
Technology.
Technology standard. Absolutely. What else? Enthusiasm. Galore. What else? Adaptability. Yes. What else? They want to achieve and see results. All right, let's talk about the negatives. What do we not like about the millennials? And if you're a millennial here, yeah, we're talking about you. No offense. Okay. Okay. All right. If you're, what do we not like about millennials? They're late. Oh, somebody had the guts to say it. Okay. All right. They're late. Okay. What else?
They're not self-starters.
They're not self-starters. Very good. What else?
It's all about me.
It's all about me. No, it's all about them. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. What else? More life on the life-work balance. That's exactly right. Very good observation. They want to know that you believe that, or they want to know that you're giving them something to enjoy that. If you're going to lock them at work all the time, they're going to jump. Why? That's not what they're about. Their value system's different than most of ours. The rest of us like to be workaholics. They like to be lifeaholics. I envy them. Okay? When I grow up, I want to be millennials in that area. Okay? Not the punctuality part. That's a problem. Okay, what else? What are they not good at? They have way too high expectations on the front end. They don't want to put skin in the game long enough to see results, right? Very good. All right. Here is one of my favorite encounters between a millennial and a non-millennial, okay? Here we go.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because you're a baby boomer and I am a millennial.
Ah, well, Melanie, I am overqualified for this job.
I don't know where you got this. We don't do paper applications.
I made it. And undo the internet.
Okay, that is the third time you have said that this interview, and it also says so on this homemade job application.
Here you go, champ.
I don't know what this is for.
Don't you need a trophy anytime you... anything?
Oh, it's on. How'd you get here? Horse?
I drove my car. I own it. After 8 more payments. How'd you get here?
I took an Uber.
Do not know what that is. I bet you're a vegan.
Yeah, because I'm not a monster. Your generation is afraid of black people.
Your generation thinks you are black people.
Oh, word. Look at who you guys voted for.
Yeah, that's right. I voted. This is the only way you'll ever own a house.
You're not gonna text is the only way you'll ever communicate with your son.
Alright guys, who took my Sheryl Crow album?
Gen X. You know what? You're hired.
I quit.
Dad!
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No,
PowerPoint.
no,
Publisher.
not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people like my parents. That's funny.
Well, Amy, when you're working for me, you have to have those kind of research skills because I'll send you things for you to comb through and get the answers and send them to me. So for that, you've got to be really good at technology.
For stuff like that, no problem. I'll just ask Siri.
You'll just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good at getting you the answers.
Tell Siri I want you ready to go at 8 sharp each and every morning?
I don't understand
What don't you understand?
what you just said.
You don't understand, be ready to go?
No. You said 8, right?
Yes.
8 like in the morning? 8?
Yes, in the morning.
Yeah. That kind of doesn't work for me. Who gets up at 8?
I do.
I Skype with my French boyfriend in Paris until like 3 in the morning. I don't even get to Starbucks until like 10, where I order my grande chai tea latte, 3 pumps, skim milk, light water, 2% foam, extra hot but not too hot. So if it's okay, I work best in the morning at 10:45.
Wow. Amy, I don't think we're going to be a good fit.
Why are you so negative? I can sense your hostilities, and right now I am not feeling very safe.
All right, let's stop. Okay, so definitely stereotypes. Would y'all agree? All of them stereotypes. But the funny thing about humor is that it's not funny unless it speaks about something that's true. And this is what we're challenged with, okay? There's a lot of misconceptions about each other and a lot of wrong expectations about each other. Any thoughts or comments about any of these videos from anybody? Anybody want to make any comments or observations about any of these? I know they're joking, there's there, but it's reflective on what's happening out there, okay? Any comments?
Oh, they speak 2 different languages, for sure.
They really are. They really are. We're talking 2 different languages altogether. Very, very good thought. Anything else? Okay, is this real about millennials? Is this how the non-millennials view the millennials? Yes, I think that although it's a stereotype, this is the way we view it, okay? All right, so what I want you guys, I told you I was going to challenge you on something, and I'm about to challenge you, so that's my warning, okay? All right, here we go, all right? What about the millennials' view of non-millennials? We don't hear about that much, okay? We usually don't hear, because right now, the people that have the microphones that get to critique are the non-millennials, okay? But the millennials, their view about us, who are not millennials, is not very well heard, so I found a video, okay? Here we go.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry.
We suck, and we know it.
We're self-centered. We're entitled. We're narcissistic, lazy, and immature.
And we're super sorry about that.
We're the worst. If only we could be more like our parents.
Yeah, the baby boomers. You guys were great.
He gave us great music.
60s counterculture, psychedelic drugs, a lot of great movies too.
Jurassic Park was awesome. Good job with that one.
We don't know what happened. You raised us to believe that we were special.
So special that we didn't even have to do anything to earn it.
I got this trophy for existing in soccer. That's pretty special.
No idea what went wrong.
You tried your best. You insisted we all go to college, and now we're the most educated generation in American history. Sure, college costs 600% more than it did when you went, and yes, we averaged like $30,000 in student loan debt.
But here we go again, making excuses. We're so lazy.
Instead of living in our parents' basements and waiting tables, we should just go and get real jobs, like you did.
I mean, not a job in manufacturing since those all got outsourced in the 90s.
Man, the 90s were great. Do you guys remember Full House? It's a good show. We graduated into a recession, and 90% of the jobs created since 2009 are part-time. But let's be honest, we just don't like hard work.
Hey, what was the deal with that recession anyway?
I think it has something to do with the housing bubble that started in the 90s. I don't know, I was still pretty young back then.
Oh, and we're really sorry about messing up those 2 wars you guys started. Sorry so many of our friends died.
We just can't do anything right.
We're really sorry we suck so much.
I mean, it's not like we jacked up college tuition prices or
Destroyed the manufacturing industry.
Started 2 quagmire wars.
gutted the unions.
Destroyed the global economy. And left our offspring with an environmentally devastated planet stripped of its natural resources. Man, it'd be crazy if there was a generation that recklessly awful, huh?
But we do text too much. Ugh.
I know, right?
So on behalf of all the millennials, we'd like to apologize for being so terrible. From now on, we're going to be just like the baby boomers. Because you guys, you nailed it.
All right. All right. I will admit to you that that's hard-hitting, okay? Thoughts, comments, observations? I'm sorry? Yes. Yes, very good. Anything else?
Some of it's inaccurate.
Sure, sure. And I'm sure that we could debate this like till the cows come home. Okay. I went to a seminar about 7-8 months ago in which a millennial got up, and for 45 minutes she had the audacity and boldness to say, let me tell you what we feel about y'all. Okay? And out in the hall afterwards, the conversations that ensued, and then later at dinner that night, the non-millennials were furious. Furious. Okay? And in the conversations that I approached, I'm going to ask you guys the same question. It says, but aren't they at least half right? Okay, then we have to own that. Okay, we have to own that, because my encouragement to everyone is the hostilities have to stop. We look down at them, they look down at us. They will never be coached by anybody who's looking down at them. And you will never have the patience to train anybody who you look down at. Does that make sense? Okay? And so when millennials come through our door, what message do we send to them? We understand what you guys are going through. Over here, we'll teach you how to be high performing and get what you need. Wouldn't we say the same thing to a non-millennial? Yeah, so don't treat the millennials any different. Don't expect of them any less than what I would from other non-millennials, and help them. And so you need a list of things. The first guy that I spoke with who told me, man, that's crazy. He said, no, we just don't know how to speak to them. We don't know how to tell them what we want, and they don't know how to tell us what they want. And so I wrote them down. Here they are. And by the way, just shoot me your email, give me your email, we'll send you this whole list in the PowerPoint, okay? This is what we want from the millennials, okay? To stick around for the long haul. Don't be so quick to leave. I bring all these up during interviews, and if I can't tell that they're willing to buy into this, it's not a good fit, okay? Number 2, don't jump at the coolest and latest. Show me why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? The latest technology is not always the right answer. Temper it down a little bit, but come and tell me why you want to jump. Don't jump and then make me have to figure it out. Are you good with that? And they go like, oh yeah, you sound like my mom. Okay, right there, not a good fit. Not coachable. You see what I'm saying? Okay? We paid our dues. The people in this company, old or young, millennial, we have paid our dues up to this day. Don't look down on us and think, oh, they don't know how to do things around here. Be coachable. And if I can tell they're not coachable during the interview, what do I write? Not coachable. Okay? You got a degree. Great. Do you have any experience? You don't have any experience? We'll give you experience. How coachable are you? Tell me about some coachability experience that you've learned from others. If I can't tell any, what do I write on the application form? Not coachable. Okay? So what am I looking for? Coachability. I don't care if you're a millennial. I just want to know, are you coachable? Do you want to be a leader? I can coach you. Do you want to be a great performer? I can show you. All I need from you is what? Coachability, okay? We're not slow. We've just learned that great things, what? Take time. Do you have the patience for that, or are you wanting to jump in 6 months from now? And if their answers don't satisfy me, what do I write on the application? Not coachable. They're going to jump, okay? All right, show up at the office on time. If I give you till 10 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. It's not 10:05. If I make an adjustment on your schedule and we say 11 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. It doesn't have to be 8 o'clock all the time, but if we say it's 8 o'clock, what time should you be at work? 8 o'clock. And we tell all millennials that is non-negotiable. And guess what every millennial that we employ does? They show up on time, and when they're not on time, they text and they go, I'm sorry, I'm running late. Thank you for telling us. There you go. They're acting like non-millennials. Sometimes non-millennials act like millennials too, okay? All right, but then what we surprised them was this, is that in those conversations, we tell the millennials, hey, look, I know what you're wanting from us. And they're like, yeah, you want this from us. Here's what you probably want from us, okay? You want us to recognize that one fit doesn't know. You need some flexible arrangement because you want to spend more time outside of work and life than here, right? Yeah, okay, so we need to know your schedule. Are you going to give us a full 40-hour or a 36-hour? Okay? If you tell me you're going to be here for 40 hours, but you really only want to be here for 36 hours, I'm going to find that out. I just need you to tell me, do you want a lifestyle in which you want to only work 32 hours? I will make you very busy for 32 hours. But what is it that you want? You want flexibility? I'll build it into your schedule, but you will give me all that time plus 10% more. Every single millennial we hire with those expectations, guess what they do? They tell me their time, they tell me what they need, I give it to them, and guess what they do? They give me 110%. Why? Because I figure out some kind of flexible adjustment. If I can't figure out a flexible adjustment, I tell them so. Your job is an 8 to 5, can't make it, sorry, let them know, yay or nay, figure it out. But don't be Blockbuster because you don't want to adjust to Netflix. We live in a next Netflix world, okay? All right, what's another one? I do need coaching. I know you need coaching. We're not just going to let you off and on your own. We're not going to look down on you. We're going to give you coaching and direction. We're not going to make it easy for you to fail here, okay? Millennials think this way. Don't just tell me what to do. Explain me more of the why. Just like you want to know why, I want to know why, okay? Oh, I turned it off. Okay. The economy's tight. I do want to move higher and faster. Okay. I do not want to wait around here. And y'all, I'm telling you, the millennials that work for us, they perform. If you like this PowerPoint, 98% of it was done by a millennial. Okay. If you like the videos, every single one of them was edited and video edited by millennials. You like my material? All of that, 100% was done by a millennial. My team is full of millennials and they perform. Why? We focus on training them how to perform. We don't give up on them. We mentor them regularly. They love it. They respond. And when they don't respond, we treat them like non-millennials to say, come on, step it up. Let's go. And they like that. Okay? Create more social interaction and work outside of at work and outside of work. Watch how much I perform because of this. Okay? This one, I use it as a carrot. Give me 6 months here, close by, perform. You can work from anywhere in the world. Just do your job on a regular basis on time. The only exception is for when those jobs that do need to be required at the office. Other than that, I create a lot of adjustments for my millennials wherever they need it or where they want it. If they can't, I let them know and we require differently. Okay? But every one of my millennials that works for me right now, they love the fact that now their meetings with me are now all remote and they stay in bed, in their at home, and they perform and they give me everything I need on time. Okay? Remember this guy? Okay? Sorry. What? Okay, there's my team. Okay? A bunch of millennials. Okay. No, wait. The non-green are the millennials. Okay? They put up with us a lot. Okay? Okay, so making adjustments. You have to make adjustments because we are in this world. Okay? The brick and mortar does not exist anymore except in few industries. So I encourage you to make adjustments and see how much adjustments for them could actually create more opportunities with new technology or better workflow. It sure costs me a whole lot less. As a matter of fact, right now we're planning to cut our rent in half. Why? Because I don't need twice the size office because I don't have my people in the office all the time. Now again, if your shop doesn't allow for that, get creative about it, okay? There's many ways that you can creative about working with millennials. But this blended solution, what is it that he wanted? What is it that he wanted of her? Okay, I need to be able to send you information and for you to do research and for you to send it back to me. Is that correct? Why does she have to be there at 8 o'clock at the office?
Because he wanted her there.
Okay, but you see the problem here? He's not willing to make an adjustment and he's going to force a square peg into a round hole. And I'm sorry to say, there are now how many millennials out there? Millions and millions and millions who will not show up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay? This PowerPoint was sent to me at 1 o'clock in the morning. And she still had not finished watching whatever Netflix thing she was watching after that. I don't care. Does that make sense? And my agreement with her is the day after, she took half the day off. I don't care. It's an arrangement. It's an agreement. She works late, I work early, we get our job done. Okay, and we teach our clients to look and figure out those opportunities because in 3 to 5 years, the millennials will take over. It's just a sheer number of people. In 10 years, they will be in management positions. And they will make those decisions, and you in 10 years will be on the receiving end. You better start adjusting with them now, or the carrot will be used the other way. Y'all with me? Okay? So, to bring it down, here's my takeaways. Define your jobs. For those jobs that you can create blended solutions, come up with some creative ways. Ask your other millennials, okay, on how you guys can create blended solutions that meets your needs, the firm's needs, but yet their needs, and get creative about it. Okay, that's what we call blended solutions. Give proper expectations. If this job does not allow for blended, adjusted solutions, what? What's the answer? Say so. You know what I'm saying? Say so. But don't hire a person that you think is really good with what I hear all the time. Yeah, I think we may be able to come up with something. And you give this false illusion because you want to get him in. You want him to stay there for 90 days, hold it as a carrot, but really behind the scene, you got no plans to create an adjustment for them. They won't be long before they figure out that you just got them in, wasted their time, they're going to jump. Why? Because you're not being honest about the expectations. I sit in interview after interview after interview, and I kick HR managers, interviewers under the table. Stop lying to them. No. Tell them that's an 8 to 5 job every day. They have to be parking at 7:40 because it's a 20-minute walk from the parking lot. Tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? And when you tell them the truth, guess what most millennials will do? They'll watch Netflix more on the weekends if they want that job. They'll jump. You see what I'm saying? Just be honest with people, okay? Hire to 3 things. What have I been saying over and over and over today? Okay? Hungry. Find people that want it, okay? That want to jump, that they are wanting professionalism. I love to hear non-millennials that say, well, they just want to grow fast. They want to come in and take over. You know what I used to say? You also did at one point, but you're not hungry anymore. I love that the millennials don't put up with us delaying their growth. They will jump. I love that about them. It makes us serious. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever downplay the fact that millennials are being very honest. They want to see growth fast. Well, learn how to do it. Okay? A little self-serving there. Come to our workshops. Let us help you out. Let us show you how to do that. Okay? All right. Then what's the second one that I will look for? How many times have I said this one? Coachability, 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 coachability. Okay? I want an arrogant millennial who is what? I want a humble millennial that is what? Coachable. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can work with coachability. So it requires humility on their part, but they have to see humility on your part that you're not downplaying them, but you're also promising them, look, I'm going to help you get out of this. You want to be a leader here? I'll show you how to do it, and then tell them what the expectations are. You're going to have to give me at least 9 months of great performance before we even talk about working from home. That's not going to happen for the first 90 months. But I will give it to you as a carrot. I'll put it part of your employment agreement. Okay? But the carrot on the other side has to stick. You don't perform within 90 months, I'll give you a great opportunity for you to go work somewhere else. See what I'm saying? People love that level of clarity. Okay? Make them hungry to want to come into that. All right? And they have to have good people skills. And do not skimp on these 3. The book where you get this from is called The Ideal Team Player. Okay? Go get that book. The Ideal Team Player lists these out and breaks them out into why it's so important for these to be the 3 qualities you look for all employees, millennial and non-millennial. Great book. Okay? Find blended solutions. Y'all know what that means, right? Okay? Please don't leave here and go, oh, that only applies to company. No, just be flexible, be open. If you want to give me a call and say, look, man, let's have an hour session. Let me throw you some ideas. Yeah, let me help you come up with some blended solutions that could work in your environment, but don't be closed to the fact that it may not work in your workplace. Then, provide the tools. What is the one thing I said earlier? Provide the tools. What was it? What's the number 1 tool?
Process.
The process. The process of what? The process of what you do well. See what I'm saying? The process of what you do well. If you're in broadcasting and you're giving my job, here's your job. Here's the process of how you should do your job. This is what works. We figured it out for you. Now you just got to focus on doing that. Have that written down, okay? In the last chapter of the book, the blue book, That's where we spend time on that, and I'll give you examples. Okay, that right there is a game changer. Confusion is clarified when you provide a written process. Chaos is clarified when you provide a written process. Okay, our solution for our clients is help them clarify how to be excellent in writing, and then you can train everyone to be excellent at what you do. Okay, and then the last one is what? Train and mentor, train and mentor, train and mentor. Your managers and supervisors have to have time built within their schedule to spend at least 20 minutes a week or 20 minutes every 2 weeks with their team members, telling them how you're doing, how I feel you're doing. Let me give you some feedback on your performance, what's been going on. 20 minutes of personal time with them, and that is a game changer. In the Blue Book, there's a link on that chapter, okay, about mentoring. There's a link to about a 40-second video, okay, that we show how a basketball coach does this training and mentoring, and how we encourage managers and supervisors to use a similar approach. 10 minutes a week. There's no reason why somebody can't do it, okay? But let me just point this out. A lot of times that's not possible because we're putting way too many people under other people. In other words, your maximum should be 9 people. If you have more than 9 people reporting to anybody, that manager can't do this. No one can do this, okay? The rule is 9. If you have more than 9 people, you can never be a good manager. Once you get up to 6 and 7, heads up, you're running out of time to be able to mentor, okay? So if you're getting up to 6, 7, 8 people, be thinking, I'm gonna have to break this team up and create a team leader to grab 3 and I'll catch the other 5. You see what I'm saying? And learn that no human being has the bandwidth to coach and mentor more than 6 or 7 really, okay? So if we put these together, I'm telling you, we've seen it from experience. We see it in our team. Our team has screwed up so much on this, it's not even funny, okay? But we've learned over the years how to do it, and we show our clients how to do it, and by putting these things together, and they keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it, it's amazing how much millennials and non-millennials will jump, okay? So enjoy the bread if you want to take it with you. It's from Panera Bread, by the way. Okay, we got it yesterday, so don't think, okay. Any thoughts or questions or comments? We're wrapping up, so if anybody wants to ask any questions or any observations, please give me your thoughts. My team on the right, yes? Going once, yes ma'am.
So at the beginning you mentioned that problems you'll notice are with someone's attitude, and then you'll go to their competency.
Right.
What if their competency is excellent, and that's great, but their attitude just never gets there no matter what coaching you...
Yeah, sure. It's kind of like the engineer at a firm we worked with not too long ago. He was the rainmaker and never show up on time. He didn't even have to be millennial. He's just a high performer, so he knows he can get away with anything, right? So everybody's supposed to be there at 8, 8:30, he shows up at 9. So they move meetings for him at 9 o'clock, shows up at 9:30, okay? He's supposed to be meeting with civic engineers across the city, and we find out he's late with them too. You know, he just had a chronic problem, just time didn't matter to him, okay? But he was the top performer. It took several weeks and several months, but eventually to identify the problem. They did sit with him, we did sit with him, we gave him good, he did really good for about 5 months, okay? But at the end of the day, he just couldn't hack it. He said, nope, don't want to do this, you know? And he went and worked for another company, okay? The company lost him, okay? They couldn't just fire him right away because his revenue was so high. They realized that, you know, we're going to lose this. So they took a very soft approach to coaching, realizing that if he did leave, they would have to replace the, okay? So we came up with a game plan and said, all right, if he does leave within the next 9, 12 months, we've got to come up with a game plan. And I asked the owners, I said, do you guys, does his lack of punctuality really mean something to you? He says, yes, no, it has to stop. Okay, then call it, because you guys will likely lose him. Let's come up with a game plan. Lost him, the company did not suffer very long. The company has to be true to its values. If it wants to have certain values that the top performers do not want to, then be smart, don't just get rid of them fast, transition it out, game plan around it, and hopefully they will stay. Most of them that we work with stay if they know the expectations. It's tough, but that happens all the time. And it's usually not millennials, it's just top performers. Top performers have been allowed to get away with all that for so many years. Now you want to tell me to be punctual? Now you got to tell me I got to be nice? See what I'm saying? You just, We didn't tell them what the expectations were early enough.
That's an objective measurement.
Yeah.
So that's something that you can set an expectation.
Sure.
Realistically. And
Sure.
then
Sure.
Measure it.
Okay.
But if we're talking about, those subtle subjective things.
Sure. Like what? Like what, for example?
Attitude, snarkiness, hostility, things like that. Those subjective things.
Sure.
Well, I didn't say that way.
Okay.
I didn't mean it that way. Things like that you just can't put on a scale.
I love. Were y'all here for Julio's talk, with the interview with the three panel members? He asked them what personality profiles do you guys use? Yeah. He didn't ask them, do you use them? Okay. So every company needs desperately personality profile training. Okay, and I'm sorry, a little self-serving, that's what we're specializing in. Okay, we use the DISC program, and we're constantly teaching people to recognize that, wait a minute, so you mean if I say like this, everyone around me feels like being a jerk? You gotta be kidding me. Because most personalities, including every single personality in this room, you do things that make you awesome that everybody hates about you. Okay, and most of us don't know what those three are. You see what I'm saying? Because we're not aware about our personality styles, and there's not an environment within our teams to have that conversation. Everyone just knows Maurice is sarcastic to no end, but you can't tell Maurice that, because then he becomes obstinate. And last time we tried to tell Maurice that he was autonomous and arrogant, oh my goodness. Well, my DISC profile says what? That when Maurice is not in a good mood, what do? I go to those 4 behaviors. And everybody can see them, but yet there's no way to tell Maurice that has to stop, because there's not an environment to have a comfortable professional conversation about personality adjustments that we need to make. And it usually comes down to those things that have made me awesome are the very things that we push on others beyond boundaries. Tell the attorney I'm having to print emails for her and say, okay, see that phrase right there? Can't use that anymore. And she's like, oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, but when it's her and another person like her, they talk like that to each other and they don't get offended. They're fine. She wants everybody to be like her. You see what I'm saying? And the company's trying not to lose her because she's a top performer. So objective things and non-objective things, they can be coached. But what's usually missing in companies is a professional personality type of training. Okay, great question. Thank you. Okay, 1 or 2 more real quickly, because I know that we have to go. All right, I'm going to ask you all a question. Takeaway. Did y'all like it? Did y'all get anything out of it? Did you get one gold cool thing from it? Yeah? What's a takeaway that somebody got from it? This side.
Process is the tool.
Process is the tool. I like that. Write it down. All right, that's right. A process not written down is just a good idea. Right? Okay, what did you guys get? What was your takeaway?
I think a lot of the things that you go over, a lot of companies do, thinking that it's the right way to do things.
Right.
But it's not the right way to do things.
Yeah. Cool. All right, this side.
I think it reinforces a lot what we already do.
Good.
So, there's a lot of things you talk about being honest, coaching, mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of those things, so it just reinforces a lot of things what we're doing already.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Fantastic. Can I ask you about one specific? What did you think about the onboarding process, getting away from that? You can perform in 90 days. Here you go. We train you. You're on your own, as opposed to taking a much more methodical, over 6-month process and making sure the coaching.
It does take a while.
It does.
We say in our industry, it takes about 6 months before you put all the pieces of the puzzle.
That's right.
You might be going through it, but when you really understand it, you can teach it. It takes about.
That's right. Good.
I love your model that shows how you're starting at a deficit.
You are. I love that. That's right. Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yes. Like, where's the bathroom? That's right. Yeah, that's cool. And seriously, I'll have a free webinar from our website. Go watch it. It's 45 minutes. It talks about how to hire and onboard high performers. Okay, cool. Good. Well, I invite you to use this in whichever way we can. Love to help you guys out. In the meantime, enjoy the books. Give us your feedback. Interact with our website, with our materials. We have a calendar of courses and workshops. Talk to any of our team members. Talk to the millennials. They're the ones who to be real honest about this. They'll tell you, Maurice is horrible at all this. He's just a good speaker. Yeah. We now have to put the PowerPoints together for him. So. All right. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.